In this slide, I am going to show you how to inherit a class in Java. In order to inherit the properties of a class, you have to use this extends keyword. And in this slide, I am going to show you how. And well, in here, basically you can see a full code illustrating this concept of inheritance. What I strongly recommend is copy paste this code in any of the IDE to get a better understanding. So now let us see what is happening. So first in this code I have created a class called BMW car, which is basically a parent class, or sometimes we can call them a base class. Now in this parent class, so it is a general purpose BMW car class which accumulates all the general purpose functionalities of the BMW car. So let us say this BMW car class has three different functions. The first one is make engine function, which is by default, let's say 380 horsepower. I printed the value. And then the next function is make interior function, and it is, let's say there is a leather covered seats in the interior, and finally a make body function, which is basically a fiberglass body and a white color. These things are being printed. Now, well, just for the simplicity, I have used void function and no return, no parameters inside any of these function. But it is up to you. You can have any types of functions in here. So that is our BMW car class, which is basically a parent class, providing all the general purpose functionalities of a BMW car. Now, let us consider a specific model of this BMW car. So, let's say this BMW 320. So, this BMW 320 wants to just extend or wants to just inherit the default properties of a BMW car. Let's say this BMW 320 is possibly the first model of the car, and then that's why it just wants to use the default property of a general purpose BMW car. So what you can do is you can create another class called BMW 320. So class then followed by BMW 320, and then since it wants to inherit the properties from the BMW car class, you have to use this extends keyword over here, and followed by the class from where you want to get the properties. So the meaning of this entire line, this class BMW 320 extends BMW car, means BMW 320 is basically a child class which inherits all the properties from BMW car parent class. So that's it. And if you do not write any extra code here, that means it inherited all the function implementation as default from the parents. So no implementation here means it is automatically, because you have used this extends keyword, it will automatically get the default implementation from the parents. So now in order to test that, what we can do, I have created another class called, let's say, my car over here, and where I have written the main function from where the program will start. And here I have created first an object of this BMW 320, which is basically the object of the child class over here. And now let us test if the parent properties are actually inherited or not. And in order to do that, what you need to do, just use this my BMW 320, this object, and followed by this dot operator, and then use the same name, use this, then just call the parent's function. Like here, my BMW 320 dot make engine, then my BMW 320 dot make interior, then my BMW 320 dot make body. So what you can notice here, that although it is not at all implemented inside this child class, because there is no extra code as you can see here, since it is not, although it is not implemented in here, but still it will print this 300 horsepower. This make engine will print 380 horsepower, which means it directly access the default parents implementation. And although this make interior is not implemented separately inside this child class, it is printing this leather covered seats, which means it actually using the default implementation from the parent. Similarly, the make body class, although it is not implemented inside this my BMW 320 child class, it still access the default parent implementation over here and prints fiberglass and white color. So basically, if you do not implement any of the function over here, and if you use these extends keyword over here, by virtue of inheritance, it will I mean the object of the child class will automatically get access to all the parent function. And if you do not re-implement, or if you do not have any function with the same name, it will automatically call the parents implementation itself. So that is about the extends keyword. So use this extends keyword just to check whether your child class is inheriting all the default property from the parent or not. And I strongly recommend just copy paste this code to understand, to check whether these outputs are correct or not, and just for the clarification of your understanding.